cops?
No, my dad and I aren't talking. I picked it up downtown in front of the market.
You mean?
It was a cinch. The keys were in it.
I never pegged you for anything like this.
Skip the lectures. I need the money. In a hurry.
Are you gonna sell it? Boy, how?
Figure I can find someone. Someone who doesn't know much about cars. Well, you know, trust people. Someone who will fall for a hard luck story.
There is someone in the neighborhood like that. But he's already got a car.
Well, who?
Father Fitzgibbon at St. Dominic's.
Gave us a good price, Mr. Blaine.
Yeah. We'll give you a good roof, too, Father.
I'll submit the bid to Father Fitzgibbon and let you know tomorrow.
Oh, now, look, Father, you don't have to put up a front for us. We know who calls the shots around here. Well, what about it?
You come on awfully strong, don't you?
Well, I believe in laying my cards on the table.
So do I. That's why I told you Father Fitzgibbon's the pastor here. Now, let's understand it, Mr. Blaine.
I'm sorry, Father. I didn't want to disturb you, but there's a call from Yonkers.
Yonkers?
It's Father Collins. Father Fitzgibbon left some time ago, and Father Collins is very worried.
Well, I better take that. Would you excuse me, gentlemen?
We'll be talking to you, Father.
Thank you, Father.
What do you think? Ah, the young fella's just trying to put on a show about taking it to the old fella. How do you know it's a show? Oh, look, O'Malley was sent here from the Chancery office. He's their troubleshooter. He calls his shots, lets old Father Fitz think he's still running things. Look, when you've been dealing with these fathers as long as I have, you get to know who the boss is. Let's get back to the office, will you?
Oh, sure. Father, I wouldn't worry about it. Well, sure, the car's a little old, but it's dependable. Oh, I think you're exaggerating. Well, yes, I have driven with him, and yes, I know how old he is, but Father, he's really on the ball. Oh, he left his umbrella there. All right, I'll tell him. Thank you, Father. Thanks for calling. Goodbye.
Anything wrong, Father?
No. Say, tell me, does Father Fitzgibbon have any friends between here and Yonkers?
He has friends from here to Timbuktu.
Oh, sure.
When did he leave Father Collins?
Well, about 3 hours ago.
Well, that's par for the course, as they say.
Any sign of him?
Not yet, Father. But don't you worry. Father Fitzgibbon will land right side up.
Oh, I'm not worried.
I didn't even have time to catch my breath. 1, 2, 3, he snapped that picture. You don't by any chance know if the bishop takes the examiner, do you?
Not offhand, but I could inquire discreetly.
Oh, no bother, no bother. I was just curious. It's a small picture. I don't suppose many people will see it.
Sure. Anyway, no one reads the examiner anymore.
Good, good.
Hello? Oh, hi, Tom. What's new?
I saw the picture of Father Fitzgibbon in the examiner. I was just wondering if he's all right.
Oh, you noticed it?
Didn't you see it? It was right on page 2.
Yes, but everything's fine. Tell him not to worry. Thanks, Tom. Sure.
Young Caldwell saw the picture?
Oh, yes, but don't pay any attention to him. He's one of those characters who reads the newspaper from cover to cover.
I never liked that paper anyway. Why don't we switch to the Beacon?
The Beacon comes out too late for the market quotations.
What market?
The stock market.
Oh, saints preserve us.
You don't play the stock market, Mrs. Featherston.
Well, not exactly, but I like to follow it and think of all the money I could make if I did.
It's a real gambler you are, Mrs. Featherston. The last time I knew it was the horses you were following.
Well, I'd given up the horses, Father, some time ago.
A smart move. Say, where is the car, Father?
I had it towed away. They said they'd send me an estimate.
Well, don't you think that's tossing good money after bad? That car's seen its best days.
So have I. But neither I nor my car are ready for the junk pile. It was a fine car. Hello? Yes, this is Father Fitzgibbon. It's Monsignor Wells.
The bishop's secretary?
Yes, Monsignor. Yes, I'm here. The bishop would like to see me at 3:30 tomorrow? Oh, of course. Yes. I don't suppose the good man has had time to pick up the newspaper today. Yes, I see. You don't by any chance know what paper it is he reads, do you? Oh, you don't. Very well. 3:30 then. Yes. Oh, and Monsignor, your good friend Father O'Malley here says to say hello. He did? All right, yes, 3:30 then. Very good. Thank you. Goodbye. I thought mentioning your name might help.
Oh, did it?
He says he lost $4 to you last week at golf.
Did the bishop see the paper?
Oh, I never can get anything out of the Monsignor. But from the tone of his voice, it all sounded strictly routine. Probably about our new roof.
Oh, that's probably it, sure.
Sure, that's what it is. It runs into quite a bit of money, you know.
What?
You may want to talk about it. Oh, by the way, Father, be sure to cancel our subscription to the Examiner.
Yes, Father.
Get you a cup of tea, Father.
No, thanks, Mrs. Featherston. I'll wait till Father Fitzgibbon returns. Now, why the long face?
I go through this every time Father Fitzgibbon sees the bishop.
Oh, come now. The bishop and Father could be discussing a million things.
But I can't help worrying. Father's getting along in years, and the bishop might be thinking of putting him off to pasture.
Oh, not a chance, Mrs. Featherston. You don't put a winner in a claiming race. Now, you should know that.
Yes, I know. But, Father, tell me, aren't you the least bit nervous?
Oh, me? Well, of course not. You know, it's like going to the dentist. The thought is worse than the deed.
You're right, Father. They're probably talking about the new roof.
Of course. Chances are the bishop doesn't even take the examiner.
This fuss over nothing.
Long interviews are always a good sign.
Maybe he's thinking of making Father Fitzgibbon a Monsignor.
Could be. You know, I'll bet right now they're sitting and talking about old times. You know, they go all the way back to Ireland together. I'll bet right now they're laughing about the good old...
Oh, just seeing if it needs cleaning. Oh, here he comes. Oh.
Now. Don't let him know we're concerned.
Ah, my boy, there's no better way to get the feel of the city than a good bus ride across town.
I'll have a nice cup of tea ready for you in no time, Father.
Oh, don't bother, Mrs. Featherston. The bishop served tea with a whole lot of those Danish pastries I'm so fond of. They've taken the edge off my appetite.
I'll have something light then for supper, Father.
How was the bishop, Father?
A remarkable man, the bishop. Gets younger every time I see him. Incidentally, he had some very nice things to say about you. At least twice. No, 3 times he mentioned how lucky I was to have you here at St. Dominic's.
Oh, just being conversational, I'm sure.
Oh, no, not the bishop. When he says something, there's always a reason behind it. 3 times he mentioned you, and my new roof not once.
What else did you talk about, Father?
Oh, the good man inquired about my health, and I assured him it couldn't be better. And then that unfortunate business of the accident came up. But for the most part, we talked about mutual friends. Did you know Monsignor Flynn in Queens?
Yes, slightly. Why?
Retired last month. Still in the parish. But his curate is running the whole show.
If I remember, Father, Monsignor Flynn was a much older man than yourself.
He was a year behind me in the seminary. Boy, I'm beginning to feel the years.
Well, I wouldn't know how you feel, but I do know how you act.
How is that?
Well, let's just say I have a tough time keeping up with you.
You really do now?
Of course I do. I just wish you'd slow the pace down a bit before you drive me into the ground.
On second thoughts, I think I will have some tea. My appetite is beginning to return.
I'll tell Mrs. Featherston. I've been pricing cars.
Pricing cars? What for?
Well, I think we should get rid of that old parish car.
Get rid of that fine machine? One little fixing here and there and she'll be in tip-top shape.
While you were gone, the garage called. The estimate is over $200.
$200? Oh. Well, perhaps you have a point, Father. A new car might be in order.
Or maybe I should get out on 1 or 2 used car lots and line up a few.
I've always had very good luck with the classifieds.
Well, isn't that sort of a hit-or-miss proposition?
Cuts out the middleman.
Yes, but you get no guarantee with the car.
Leave it to me.
Father, I hate to disagree, but...
Aren't you just through saying I was a vigorous, decisive man?
Indeed you are, Father.
Very well, then. I'll put the ad in today. We'll do better if we pay cash. So I'll tell you what, my boy. You can sell the old car for me.
You want me to sell the old car?
That'll be good experience for you. Besides, it'll help pay for the new car.
Oh, I wouldn't get my hopes up, Father.
Oh, come on, my boy. You should have no trouble at all. It's an elegant car. An elegant car. And you're a smart young fellow, you are.
You wouldn't be trying to cozy me into some kind of a deal, would you, Father?
Not at all. But isn't it true that a little friendly rivalry makes the wheels of commerce spin?
True.
All right. And to make it more interesting, let's have a little bet on the side.
A bet?
Yes. That I buy a new car before you can sell the old one. We'll make it 2 tickets to the ball game.
Grandstand.
Box seats.
It's a deal. But I think you set yourself up a patsy.
Set up a patsy? Well, what could that mean? Oh, well, I guess it has something to do with Ireland. confidentially, Mrs. Featherston, you don't by any chance know if Father O'Malley has sold the parish car, do you?
Can't say. He's been out most of the day.
Well, at least he's having no better luck than I am.
Good evening, Mrs. Featherston.
Evening, Father.
Well, how'd it go today, Father?
Oh, it was an interesting day. And yours?
Nothing special. I was busy most of the day with parish calls.
Kept you pretty busy.
Oh, yes. Oh, did you know the little Wojak girl has got the measles?
Oh, poor dear. I don't suppose you got much time to yourself.
No, Father. Terry Higgins would like a recommendation to Notre Dame.
Oh, a fine boy. Probably didn't even have time to go to the garage.
Roger Corbett told me to tell you that he passed biology.
Good, good. Anything else?
Well, there was, let me see, there was, oh, I sold the parish car.
What a good price, no doubt.
Fair price.
Fair.
Reasonable.
And what's the reasonable price, if I may inquire?
Well, what did you have in mind?
Well, something substantial to help pay for the new car.
Brace yourself, Father. $150.
150? Why, except for a few minor scratches, it was practically like new. Ran like a charm. Oh, you were taken, my boy, you were taken. Well, I wouldn't want this to get around the parish. Might put you in a bad light. Does anybody else know about this?
Just the man I sold it to.
Fast talking, no doubt.
As a matter of fact, I did most of the talking.
Twisted his arm, huh?
Just about.
Couldn't you twist it a little harder?
I'm sorry, Father, but, well, the tires were worn, the differential was shot, and then the clutch.
All right, my boy, all right. Car racket's a tricky business. You couldn't be expected to know all the angles.
Yes, Father.
It's a good thing you're not buying the new car. You made such a poor deal with the old one. There's only 135 here.
$15 towing charge.
Well, when it's all said and done, there's no substitute for experience. Before the week is over, I hope to show you a few tricks about buying a car.
Yes, Father.
Oh, Father, I owe you 2 tickets for the ball game.
Oh, that's okay, Father. Like you said, it was good experience for me.
No. A deal's a deal. That was 2 tickets to the grandstand, right?
Yes, Father. 2 tickets to the grandstand.
And the tires are practically new.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Tubeless.
Tubeless? Well, we'll just take a little off the price for that.
I just put in a new differential.
What happened to the old one? Went shot on you, eh?
Well, Father, I guess it just wore out.
Black. It's an elegant color.
You know, Father, that is the original coat. Never been painted.
All washed. Uh-huh. Did you hear anything rattle?
Father, how would you like to take a look under the hood?
I wouldn't think of buying a new car without looking under the hood. So that's the differential.
No, Father. The differential's in the back.
Very impressive. Very impressive.
Father, how would you like to take a trial run?
Fine, fine. Does the radio work?
Well, go ahead, Father.
It doesn't get Boston by any chance, does it?
New Jersey, Father.
Oh, pity. The Paulus Fathers in Boston have a radio program I'm fond of. Oh, well, you can't have everything. How much are you asking?
$1,100.
$1,100 for a car like this?
Well, since you're a member of the clergy, $1,050.
1050.
1,000 even. I'll knock off another 50. One of the headlights is cracked.
Oh, no, my boy.
950 cash?
No, no.
900 even?
I mean, the price is too low. What's wrong with the car? Anyway, is the back end about to fall off or something?
Oh, no, Father. I need the cash or I'd never let it go.
Well, shop around, then come back.
I haven't got time. You see, I'm leaving for Fort Dix tomorrow. I've been drafted.
Oh, so that's it.
Well, that's the reason I need the money. I'm getting married tonight.
No, I couldn't take advantage of you for $900.
Well, how much could you take advantage of me for?
$1,100, not a penny more.
Well, it's a deal. The bill of sale's right here in the glove compartment.
Yeah. Keep your mind on the road.
The headlight's cracked, Father.
Saved me $50. I wish you could have been here, my boy, to see me handle it.
Tires aren't bad, Father.
Tubeless. But I'm sure we can fix that.
Gave you a rough time, huh, Father?
Fierce.
How many miles on the speedometer, Father?
It has a new differential.
What sort of man was he, Father?
Tough as nails. Well, Tom, my boy, Father here tells me you're an expert on automobiles. What do you think now, huh?
Father, for $1,100, I'd say you got yourself a real great buy.
I fought for every penny.
What'd you do with the old car?
What do you say we give Tom a turn behind the wheel, Father?
A little later on, perhaps, when it's properly broken in. You understand, Tom, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I understand, Father. Oh, one thing. When I buy my next car, I'd sure like you to go along with me. I'd like to see how you operate.
Oh, delighted, my boy, delighted.
Tom. You really think he got a good buy?
He did for $1,100. That's about $400 under the book value for a car like this.
That's what bothers me.
You think maybe you got to it?
Maybe.
Tom. Sorry.
He was beating me anyway. What's up, Lieutenant?
Tom, I've got a problem.
Thanks, Eddie. One of my boys in trouble?
I wish it were as simple as that. It's Father Fitzgibbon. You know him better than I do, so I came to you first.
What's the trouble?
Your friend, Father Fitzgibbon, just bought himself a stolen car.
Father Fitzgibbon. Father Fitzgibbon. It's Mr. Johnson from the bank. He says to tell you that the bank closes in 15 minutes and you haven't made the deposit yet of Sunday's collection.
Where's Father O'Malley?
He's hearing confessions.
I haven't even time to change.
Oh, Father, wait. The money. Oh, Father, why do you bank all the way across town?
Johnson was my first altar boy. Now, you call him up and tell him to be standing outside the bank, and I'll be there before you hang up.
Drive carefully now.
Tell Father O'Malley I'll only be gone a few minutes.
Yes.
think we'd better speak to Father O'Malley first. Let him break the news to Father Fitz. Mrs. Featherston, this is Lieutenant Harris.
Well, how do you do?
Is Father O'Malley in?
Well, he just this minute went into the study. Follow me, please.
Come in.
It's Mr. Carroll and a policeman to see you, Father.
Policeman? Tell them to come in.
Come in, please. I'll just take these.
Hello, Tom.
Chuck. Father O'Malley, Lieutenant Harris.
Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant.
It's a pleasure, Father.
How can I help you? Bad as that?
I hate to be the bearer of ill tidings, Chuck, but,
Go on.
well, it seems that the car that Father Fitzgibbon just bought,
It's a stolen car.
Merciful heaven.
Are you sure?
It's on the hot sheet for stolen cars. One of the boys spotted it and phoned it in.
Well, the boy had papers, a bill of sale.
Phony, probably. Or stolen.
Where is Father Fitzgibbon?
He just left for the bank in his car.
Oh, my.
Don't worry about it, Father. There isn't a cop in New York who'd arrest a priest.
But he doesn't look like a priest.
What?
No, he left in his old gardening outfit and with the money from Sunday's collection. Friends.
Looks like this is going to be a busy afternoon. Can either of you fellas use 2 tickets to the ball game?
Plenty of time. I'll make it.
You hard of hearing, Pops?
I was never over 35 miles per hour.
Going to Jersey for a little paint job?
What?
All right, Pops, out.
Oh, keep a civil tongue in your head, young man. And call me father, do you hear?
All right, Dad. Come on. Do you always run around like that?
Oh, my attire is my own affair.
Not when you're driving a stolen car, it isn't.
What are you talking about? This car is bought and paid for.
And what are these, your driving gloves?
I don't like the tone of your voice, young man.
All right, let's see your license.
No, now listen here.
Your license, please.
What? Well, now, as you can see, officer, I was caught unawares.
Obviously.
Now, look, before you get into serious trouble, I'm Father Fitzgibbon of St. Dominic's Parish.
I'll say one thing for you. You do a very good imitation of an Irish accent.
Give it to him, Pop.
Don't pick on someone your own size.
When you want a cop, they're never around.
Boy, I haven't got all day.
What about my car?
That's the least of your worries.
Stop all that's what That was the police on the phone. Father Fitzgibbon's on his way back. Now remember, not a word about the car.
You can count on me, Father.
Father, just serve dinner as if nothing had happened.
Don't worry, Father. I won't get, what did they call it? Shook?
Shook.
Oh, here he is. Yes.
I'm sorry, Father. I know this has been an awkward experience for you.
Awkward. You have a rare talent for understatement, Captain.
Well, goodbye, Father. I'll let you know the minute I hear anything.
Goodbye, Captain.
Hello, Father.
Have you got nothing better to do than to stand around gawking at people? You'll both end up with a mouthful of flies.
Yes, Father. Sure, Father.
Have you been waiting long?
No, Father.
I'm as hungry as a hawk. Oh, what's everyone waiting for? Is everything at a standstill around here every time I go out? What's the matter?
Nothing, Father. We just thought maybe you were going to change.
Oh. Imagine, a fellow was all ready to take my fingerprints before Captain Donovan recognized me.
No.
As if I was a common criminal.
Oh, I'm sure it didn't go quite that far.
Oh, it is true. But for Captain Donovan, I'd be behind bars this minute.
Thank heaven the good man saw you.
I'm surprised I haven't heard from the bishop already.
Ah, Father, don't you think you're jumping to conclusions? How could the bishop possibly hear of this?
Captain Donovan is second cousin to the bishop.
Mrs. Featherston?
Captain? Is it really him, Captain? You caught the dirty thief.
Oh, it's him, all right. Right now, he's at Juvenile Hall waiting for court to convene. Where's Father Fitzgibbon?
Well, he'll be down shortly. But Father O'Malley would like to speak to you for a moment.
Oh, fine. You want to see me, Father?
Captain, how are you?
Fine.
Captain, I know how worried you must be. Well, I just wanted to assure you that I haven't let the bishop know about this unfortunate business of stopping Father Fitzgibbon.
You haven't?
Of course, it is embarrassing. What would he think is happening to New York's finest if they couldn't recognize a priest?
Oh, but he was in a sweater.
I can hear the bishop now.
Oh, you say you haven't said anything?
No.
And Father Fitzgibbon?
The soul of discretion.
Oh. Well, when the chips are down, it's good to know who your friends are, Father. Being my cousin, the bishop likes to give me the rib when he can.
I understand.
All right. I'm here. I'm ready. I put that young rascal behind bars where it belongs. Now, don't let anything go wrong till I come back.
I'll try not to, Father.
Goodbye, Father. Thanks.
Goodbye, Captain.
Mr. Blaine, the contractor, is on the phone. He wants to know if you have a decision for him on the roof.
I'll tell her. Never mind. I'll tell her myself. Hello, Mr. Blaine. No, Mr. Blaine, I haven't talked to boss yet. No, I'm not holding out for a better price. I told you Father Fitzgibbon calls the shots around here.
That's right there.
Father Fitzgibbon? We'd like to talk to you, Father.
I'll do my talking to you in the court, young man.
Father, I'm Mrs. Randall, Bruce's mother. Here.
What's this?
It's the money Bruce took. It's all there except $200.
What?
I'll pay the rest back as soon as I can.
Well, Mrs. Randall,
Father, he's not a bad boy. This is the first time he's ever done anything like this.
and the last time, I hope.
Father, you see, he was working with his dad, and they had a falling out. Bruce thought he could do better on his own. I'm afraid he stole the car in order to get money to prove himself.
You'll never help yourself by stealing from another.
Oh, I know, Father. I'd do anything if I could take back what I did.
Father, please. Will you help us?
Mrs. Randall, what are you asking me to do?
Not to press charges. The boy's father is away. It would break his heart.
I've never been in trouble before, Father.
Well, naturally, Mrs. Randall, I don't want to cause any pain either to you or to your husband. But the question here is...
Father, I've prayed so hard.
Father, court is convening. Oh, all right. And how about the poor fellow whose car was stolen?
Well, he's not pressing charges. My mother talked to him this morning.
It's up to you, Father. You're the only one who can help him.
Or hurt him? Tell me, son, why did you come to me with the stolen car?
Well,
yes.
Well, the fella said that you were the softest touch in the neighborhood.
Goodbye, Father. I'm home.
Oh, how many years did the young rascal get?
None.
None?
I decided not to press charges.
Oh, Father, you're too kind for your own good.
I know. I'm the softest touch in the neighborhood. And the man whose car was stolen, he didn't press charges either.
At least he got his car back.
Well, they returned all the money. But for $200, which the boy promised to pay back a little at a time. Don't you think he will, Father?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, it's money in the bank.
You're probably right, Mrs. Featherston. Huh. That pulled the wool over my eyes again.
No, don't go putting words into my mouth, Father. If you think the boy will pay the money back, well, it's as Father O'Malley said, money in the bank.
Believe me, you did the right thing, Father.
Well, I thought so at the time. The mother seemed to be a decent, respectable person. No, I don't know. I'm getting so I can't trust my own judgment.
Oh, Father, it's better to have an open, generous nature and perhaps be taken once in a while than to go through life always suspecting the worst.
An admirable philosophy, my boy. But you have to be able to afford it. You'll find that out when you come to make your parish calls on foot.
Oh, by the way, Father, I thought we should go down today and look at some cars.
No, my boy. My car buying days are over. You go ahead without me. I'll only embarrass you. The events of the past few days have brought home what the bishop was trying to tell me in a nice way.
Oh, I'm sure the bishop had no hidden message, Father.
You don't know how happy it makes me to know that St. Dominic's is in good hands.
Father?
Don't worry, Father O'Malley. I'll keep out of your way. You'll hardly know I'm around.
Father,
It'll be your show. I'll stay in the wings.
Pretty worried about Father Fitzgibbon?
Yes. I'd like to see him get his good spirits back. Right now, he's a little down in the dumps.
I'm a little in the dark myself. Where are we going?
Oh, I'm sorry. To Murphy's used cars. Murphy owes me a favor. I helped convince the bishop once he needed a new car.
Uh-huh. I'm beginning to get the picture.
If Murphy can't sell Father Fitzgibbon a car, nobody can.
Did you tell Murphy about the stolen car?
No. It'd cramp his style.
Since when is there style in selling cars?
You haven't met Murphy.
Come in.
There's a gentleman to see you, Father. He says it's important.
What about?
He says it's personal.
All right. Show him in.
Will you come in, please?
Thank you. Oh, I'm pleased to meet you, Father. I'm answering the ad you had in the paper about a car. I think I have just the thing for you.
What is this? Open season on priests?
How's that?
What took you so long in responding? Having the license plate switched?
What?
I'm up to your tricks. You heard I was the softest touch in the neighborhood, no doubt.
Somehow I get the feeling, Father, that you don't trust me.
You're a very intuitive young man.
Would it help if I told you I was Catholic?
No.
What would help?
For you to turn right around and go straight back where you came from.
Well, Father, you haven't heard me out.
I've heard all I need to know. Incidentally, how long is it since you attended Mass?
Look, Father, my name is Tim Murphy. I sold the bishop 2 cars.
Wasn't the first one any good?
I'm going to sell you a car in spite of yourself.
Over my dead body?
Heaven forbid.
Leave heaven out of it. I can handle you without reinforcements.
I am not going to give you a sales pitch. Instead, I am going to let the facts speak for themselves. Now, to begin with, I am going to let you have this car at Blue Book cost.
Ah. I've got it.
Got what?
Now, what does it look like? A blue book. You seem surprised.
Well, no, it's just that I've never seen a priest with a blue book before. Every priest I've ever seen has had a prayer book.
Well, if they carried blue books with them, maybe they'd have less reason for prayers when they're buying cars.
Well, if you don't mind my saying so, Father, you are a bit of a cynic, to put it mildly. But I'm not going to let my emotions get the best of me. I'm going to control my temper. I do have a temper, you know.
Oh, I can see that.
Look, I'm going to sell you a car that'll be the joy of your life.
Never.
One that you'll be proud to show your friends.
You're wasting time.
It'll be just like a member of your own family.
Look, I'm late for devotion.
And all for $1,100.
1,100. What's that, the going price for stolen cars?
Well, for God's sake, Father, aren't you even going to take a look at it?
You know, young man, you have a terrible problem with that temper of yours. Ah, just what I thought. No, it wouldn't suit us at all. Besides, I never cared for blue.
No, Father. You're looking at the wrong car. The black car with the new paint job.
New paint job? Go on, get out of here before I call the police.
With all due respect, Father, you're a stubborn, cantankerous old man. I wouldn't sell you a car if you were the last man on earth.
5 more seconds is all you have, and I'm calling the police.
Well, you can be sure the bishop will hear about this.
Sure, and the cardinal, too, while you're at it.
And you can tell Father O'Malley he has my sympathy.
Tell me what? I heard shouting. I thought there was an accident.
As far as I'm concerned, the whole thing has been an accident. Goodbye, Father.
Oh, remarkably unpleasant man. But I set him straight.
So I gathered.
He seemed to know you somewhere.
Yes, well, I met him while I was at the chancery. He sold the bishop 2 cars.
Ah, no. Oh, I've done it again.
Well, let me get him, Father.
No, leave him be. Friend of the bishop or no, I wouldn't do business with him if he was the last man on earth.
Bruce Randall and his father to see you.
Oh, yeah, show them in.
Will you come in, please?
Father Fitzgibbon. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I didn't want to bother you.
No, my boy. This is my good right arm, Father O'Malley.
Father Fitzgibbon, Father O'Malley, this is my dad. Nice meeting you.
I'm happy to meet you, Mr. Randall.
Mr. Randall?
Just call me Frank.
Well, sit down, Frank.
Well, no, we just stopped in for a second. Bruce told me what happened, and I wanted to thank you personally.
Well, that was very thoughtful of you.
How you doing, Bruce?
Well, I'm on probation, providing that I stay with my parents.
Boy's doing just fine. He's back in business with me. We want to repay the money.
My good man, are you sure you can afford it?
Well, I'm a pretty successful contractor, Father.
A contractor, are you?
That's right.
Did you, ever put a roof up on a church?
Oh, in my day, I put up quite a few. Why?
I was just wondering, did you happen to notice the condition of our roof when you came in?
Well, Oh, it's in pretty bad shape, all right.
Oh, is it?
Well, whoever does the job will sure have his work cut out for it.
A real challenge, is it?
Oh, that's putting it mildly.
Well, I think we have a proposition for you. Don't you, Father?
Oh, I do indeed. Sit down, Mr. Randall.
Well, now, wait a minute, Father. That could be a very expensive job.
Well, there's a $200 credit to start with.
What do you say, partner?
That sounds great.
You got yourself a deal, Father.
It's a deal.
Good.
All right. I suppose you already know when you want the job started.
Well, any time. Like, right now?
Goodbye, Father.
Goodbye, Bruce. Father, congratulations.
Congratulations. On what?
On the way you put that deal over.
Oh, yes. Thank you, boy. Thank you.
Hi, Father O'Malley. Hi.
What's going on here? I thought this job was ours.
Well, I told you Father Fitzgibbon is the pastor here.
You mean he found someone who came in lower?
Well, let's just say he got a better deal. He calls the shots, you know.
Rudy, I thought you had the job in your back pocket. No, it serves me right. I should have talked to the pastor in the first place. Never pays to do business with a curate.
Well, it's a pip, Father. Made yourself a real deal this time.
Aye. It took that new roof deal to get me back in action. Oh, no, don't go messing up my new wax job. The boys from the school spent all morning helping us polish it.
Us?
Would you mind telling me how much you paid for it, Father?
No, I wish I hadn't asked me that question. I promised the dealer I wouldn't mention the price. It would create hard feelings with the other customers. I shouldn't even mention who I bought it from. You understand, my boy, don't you?
But how about twice around the block for Tom, huh, Father?
Okay, my boy, okay. It's Boston on the radio, too.
Here, let me show you where the start is.
Never mind. You see, oh, yeah, here's this.
Well, now that we're officially baptized, Father, shall we go?
We'll go as soon as you show me where the starter is, my boy.